In the spirit of U2's iconic Zoo TV era, Zoo Station recreates the hits and visual spectacle, capturing the essence and energy of that extraordinary time. Take a listen to the story.
Have you ever wished you could just jump in a time machine and witness a truly legendary moment in rock and roll history? Well, what if I told you that one band is making that exact dream a reality for U2 fans, taking them all the way back to a moment that changed everything for one of the world's biggest bands?
And it all kicked off with this one line. It was 1989, U2 had just wrapped up a massive world tour, and honestly, they were burned out. They knew they couldn't just keep doing the same thing. They had to tear it all down and start from scratch. So when Bono said this, it wasn't just a clever sign-off. It was a promise of a total, absolute reinvention.
And what a dream it turned out to be. To really understand the tribute we're talking about today, you first have to get just how huge of a deal U2's Zoo TV tour was. This wasn't just a series of concerts. No, this was a full-blown revolution in live music. This timeline really lays it all out. So, 89, the Lovetown tour ends. The band basically goes into exile in Berlin, searching for a totally new sound. What comes out of that in 1991 is Achtung Baby, an album that was dark, edgy, industrial, a complete 180 from the Joshua Tree. And the tour that followed, Zoo TV, was this insane multimedia sensory overload that basically rewrote the rules for what a rock show could be. And this quote from Bono himself just says it all, doesn't it? He's gone on record saying that making this album, going through this whole reinvention, is the only reason U2 is still a band today. Think about that. This wasn't just some creative phase for them. This was literally about their survival. So that begs the question, right? How in the world do you pay tribute to an era that was so completely groundbreaking? Well, that's where Zoo Station steps in. See, these guys aren't just up there playing U2's greatest hits. No way. They are on a mission to resurrect that specific, chaotic, electrifying moment in time. And their mission statement is crystal clear. They're here to transport you, the audience, right back to that tour. And this is about so much more than nostalgia. It's about recreating the entire experience, the visuals, the sound, the attitude, that raw energy of U2 when they were at their most dangerous and creative peak. But what does that actually look like? I mean, how do you capture lightning in a bottle for a second time? Well, it all comes down to an absolutely obsessive attention to detail, turning the show from just a concert into a totally immersive experience. And here's the checklist of how they pull it off. We're talking about those dazzling, chaotic visuals that were a signature of the original tour. They've got the authentic instruments and the exact costumes from that era. They even bring back the live Zoo TV transmissions that were so iconic back in the 90s. It all adds up to a spellbinding performance that absolutely crackles with that same raw energy. Of course, the band can say all this, but the real test, the ultimate proof, is what the fans think. What are the people who have actually been to the shows saying? Let's take a look. I mean, come on, this is what it's all about. This quote from Sandra gets right to the heart of it. It's not just about hearing your favorite songs again. It's about being transported back in time, to a feeling, to a memory. And she's right. A feeling like that, it's completely priceless. And then you get this, which is just wow. The authenticity. When a fan like Jeff says he literally couldn't tell the difference between this band and the real U2, that just speaks volumes. It tells you everything you need to know about their musicianship and their dedication. That's probably the best compliment a tribute band could ever get. And this one from Rosie just seals the deal. For someone who's a die-hard fan, someone who has seen a bunch of other tribute bands, to be called the best by far, that's a massive, massive statement. It basically puts them in a league of their own. It says if you're a U2 fan, this is the one you have to see. Okay, so you've heard the history, you've seen the incredible attention to detail, and you've heard the rave reviews from the fans. There's really only one thing left to do, right? You gotta experience this for yourself. Let's see how you can make that happen. All right, for all of you in Ontario, listen up. Here are some of their next shows. They're hitting the Redwood Theatre in Toronto, the Broom Factory in Kingston, and the Regent Theatre in Oshawa. If you're anywhere near those cities, you need to get these dates in your calendar, because this is your chance to step right into that time machine. And here is the most important piece of information. For tickets, for more dates, for merch, for everything you need to know, you're going to want to head over to zoostationofficial.com. I'll say that again. It's ZOOSTATIONofficial.com. STATIONOFFICIAL.com. Everything you need is right there. So when you put it all together, it's pretty clear that this legendary, game-changing moment in music history, it hasn't faded away. It's been passionately and meticulously brought back to life for all of us. So the only real question left is, are you ready to experience the dream all over again?